Okay, so I'm John Mann. My family run the largest amusement travelling business in New Zealand. We were started by my dad back in about 1946, when he rode the Wall of Death on motorbikes. And progressively, I had a brother that was in the business, and unfortunately he was killed 7 years ago. Now I have my son and my nephew in the business. We'll, at Gisborne Show, I'm carrying about 35 of our own, and I'll employ another 35 to 40 casual people for 2 days. And they'll help in everything from loading rides to food canteens to games as well. Quite a few rides, ranging from roller coasters down to jumping castles, and they've been built up over those over 60 years. Rides that we've built ourselves. The 2 new kids rides we built ourselves. Other rides, the latest one has just come in from Holland. That was our biggest ever investment. This is the first AMP show I'll ever do. Other rides are from the United States, manufactured in there, in Australia, in the UK, Italy, and Germany, I guess, yeah. We're a little bit lucky in that our market, our patrons move. So I mean, while a child will move off the merry-go-round onto a Dodgem, onto a Sizzler and onto a Superloop, there's a whole new generation being born that come through, and so the merry-go-round never really loses its favour. It's a bit like Disney. I think they release a new movie every 7 or 9 years, and for the same reason. Yeah. So we're lucky our visitors move through. Certainly this new ride is something that competes with bungee drops. It's, you know, hits 3.5 G, it's 120k, only carries 8 people, but that's real state-of-the-art travelling rides. Dodgems are still very popular. Merry-go-round is great. Ghost Train, so they all have their turn. Well, I think we're in Gisborne now, which is probably the strongest AMP show for a whole lot of reasons in terms of surviving. Some of the smaller ones have dropped off. Those that are relied just on us to bring people to the show have gone backwards. You really need a show and a committee committed to development, and certainly Gisborne, Hawke's Bay, some of the Taranaki shows that way inclined. Yeah, well, my wife and I were both school teachers. Dad wouldn't let us come into the business until we'd learned to do something else. My brother was an accountant. Yeah, people say, do I get bored and tired of it? And I just say, well, where do you work? And you get bored and tired of working at the same place. So at least for me, every week I've got a different home. We're all based in Hamilton. We've got large workshops in Ngaruawahia, and our equipment is stripped and maintained all during the winter at the workshops.